My friends, let us be honest, disappointment visits every one of us. It knocks on the door of our dreams, our plans, and our expectations. You worked hard for something, you prayed for it, you were convinced it was yours. Yet it slipped away, and in that moment your heart sinks, and it feels as if life has failed you. But here's the truth, what feels like a setback often carries a hidden blessing. Sometimes disappointment is not rejection, it is redirection. It is life whispering, not this way, not this time, because something better is waiting ahead. Think about it, many times when doors have closed, it was only to lead us to doors that opened to brighter opportunities. That job you didn't get, perhaps it saved you from a path that wasn't meant for you. That relationship that ended, maybe it cleared space for the person who will truly honor and cherish you. That plan that failed, perhaps it protected you from walking into a storm you could not see. Disappointment, painful as it feels, is often the seed of growth. It humbles us, teaches us patience, builds resilience, and forces us to look within. And when we choose not to sit in bitterness, but to trust the journey, those unseen blessings eventually rise to the surface. So the next time you face disappointment, remember this. Life is not taking from you, it is preparing you. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. What you see as an ending may just be the beginning of something far greater than you could have planned for yourself. Keynote 1. Disappointment is not rejection, it is redirection. When one door closes, it often means life is guiding us to another door that holds something better. Disappointment shifts our path toward greater opportunities. When disappointment comes, our first reaction is often to feel rejected, as if life, people, or even God has turned their back on us. We pour our energy, time, and heart into something, and when it doesn't go as planned, it stings deeply. But here is the truth. Disappointment is rarely about rejection. More often, it is about redirection. Think about a traveler on the wrong road. If a sign tells him road closed, turn back, is that rejection? No, it is protection, it is guidance. That sign is saving him from danger ahead and steering him toward the right path. In the same way, when a door shuts in our life, it might feel painful in the moment, but it is really life's way of pointing us to a better road, a safer path, or a bigger opportunity. Many successful people will tell you their greatest achievements were born from moments when their original plans failed. They were disappointed, but later realized those no's were actually preparing them for a greater yes. That job you didn't get, that exam you didn't pass, that relationship that didn't work out, they are not the end. They are redirections towards something more aligned with your true purpose. So the next time you feel rejected, shift your perspective. Ask yourself, what if this isn't rejection at all? What if I'm being redirected towards something far better? Because often, the blessing you're praying for is waiting just beyond the closed door. Closed doors protect us from unseen harm many times in life. We only see the surface of our desires, the beauty of the job we want, the person we hope to be with, the opportunity we dream of. But what we don't see are the hidden challenges, the unseen dangers, or the long-term pain those desires might bring. This is why, when doors close, it is not always loss, it is protection. Imagine a child reaching for something shiny on the stove. To the child, it looks attractive, but the parent pulls the child's hand away, even as the child cries in disappointment. Why? Because the parent sees the danger the child cannot. Life works the same way. That opportunity that slipped away, that relationship that ended, or that plan that failed might have looked perfect in the moment, but perhaps it carried burdens, heartaches, or struggles you could not see. Sometimes the very things we pray for could break us if they were given to us at the wrong time. Closed doors are life's way of shielding us from harm we do not yet understand. What feels like denial is often divine protection. So, the next time disappointment knocks, take a step back and remind yourself, if this door closed, maybe it wasn't meant for me. Maybe I was spared from something I couldn't handle. Trust the unseen protection, because behind every no may be a hidden mercy saving you from pain you never had to face. Sometimes the things we desperately want could actually harm us. A failed plan or a lost chance might be life's way of shielding us from storms we cannot see. Disappointments shape our character. Disappointments are never easy. They test our patience, shake our confidence, and sometimes even make us question our worth. But if we look closely, we find that disappointments are not just obstacles, they are teachers. They shape us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. Think about a diamond. Before it becomes beautiful and valuable, it must go through intense pressure and heat. Without that process, it remains just an ordinary stone. In the same way, disappointments are like pressure in our lives. They may feel uncomfortable and heavy, but they refine our character, polish our patience, and strengthen our resolve. When everything goes our way, we rarely grow, but when things fall apart, we are forced to dig deeper to discover inner strength we didn't know we had. Disappointments teach us humility when pride tries to take over. They teach us compassion, because once we've faced pain, we learn to understand the pain of others. They build resilience, preparing us to handle greater challenges and greater blessings in the future. So, instead of seeing disappointment as a setback, see it as training. Every no strengthens your ability to wait. Every delay teaches you to endure. Every failure develops wisdom for your next step. Remember this: the strength you admire in others was born from the disappointments they overcame. And the strength being built in you right now will one day be the story that inspires someone else. Every setback builds patience, humility, and resilience. These qualities strengthen us to handle bigger blessings in the future. Endings are often hidden beginnings. Every ending in life feels heavy. When something you cherished comes to a close, a dream that didn't work out, a friendship that fades, or a chapter that shuts, it is natural to feel loss. But what we often forget is this: endings are not just conclusions, they are also transitions. They clear the space for something new to begin. Think of the seasons. When autumn comes, trees shed their leaves. At first glance, it looks like death, like loss. But in truth, those bare branches are preparing for spring, where new leaves, blossoms, and fruit will grow. Without the ending of autumn, the fresh beginning of spring could never arrive. In the same way, the endings in our lives are not punishments, they are preparations for new growth. Many of the world's greatest success stories started with disappointment. A job loss became the push to start a business. A failed relationship opened the door to true love. A closed opportunity forced someone to discover hidden talents. What felt like an ending was really the first step into a bigger purpose. So, when you face an ending, don't cling to what is gone. Instead, lift your eyes to the horizon. A new beginning is unfolding, one you might not see yet, but one that carries more promise than what you lost. Remember, what feels like the last page may just be the beginning of a brand new story. What seems like a loss today may open the way for a better tomorrow. Many goodbyes in life are only the start of a brighter chapter. Faith turns pain into purpose. When we choose trust over bitterness, we begin to see blessings hidden in struggles. Faith helps us rise above disappointment and walk into destiny. When disappointment strikes, it is easy to fall into bitterness, doubt, and hopelessness. The mind asks, why me? Why now? Why did this have to happen in those moments? The difference between being crushed by pain and rising from it often comes down to one word: faith. Faith does not erase the pain, but it transforms it. Faith whispers, there is meaning in this, even if you can't see it yet. It reminds you that the story is not over, and that the very situation meant to break you could become the bridge to your destiny. History is full of people who turned pain into purpose through faith. They refused to let disappointment define them. Instead, they believed that every struggle was building strength, every delay was teaching patience, and every closed door was guiding them to a better one. Their faith gave them vision beyond the immediate pain, and that vision became the fuel for their journey. Faith also keeps us anchored when nothing makes sense. It allows us to walk forward even in the dark, trusting that each step will eventually reveal the blessing hidden in the disappointment. And when the breakthrough comes, we can look back and see how even the hardest moments carried purpose. So when life doesn't go as planned, hold on to faith. Choose to trust the journey, because faith has the power to take your pain and transform it into strength, wisdom, and destiny. With faith, every disappointment can become a stepping stone to a greater purpose.